Okay, let's take a look or listen to our multiplication tables. Now, to start with, zeros. 0 times anything is always going to equal 0. So that's pretty easy. Then, if you multiply any number by 1, it's always going to equal that number. So those are pretty easy. So let's go ahead and go to the next one. 2 times. 2 times 1 is 2. If you notice, basically anything times 2 is just doubled. 2 times 1 is 2. 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 3 is 6. 2 times 4 is 8. 2 times 5 is 10. 2 times 6 is 12. 2 times 7 is 14. 2 times 8 is 16. 2 times 9 is 18. 2 times 10 is 20. 2 times 11 is 22. And 2 times 12 is 24. Next, 3 times. 3 times 1 is 3. 3 times 2 is 6. 3 times 3 is 9. 3 times 4 is 12. 3 times 5 is 15. 3 times 6 is 18. 3 times 7 is 21. 3 times 8 is 24. 3 times 9 is 27. 3 times 10 is 30. 3 times 11 is 33. And 3 times 12 is 36. Now if we look at the 4s, 4 is doubled from 2. And so if you look at the number 4s, it's that number doubled and then doubled again. So 4 times 1 is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. 4 times 3 is 12. 4 times 4 is 16. 4 times 5 is 20. 4 times 6 is 24. 4 times 7 is 28. 4 times 8 is 32. 4 times 4 times 9 is 36. 4 times 10 is 40. 4 times 11 is 44. And 4 times 12 is 48. Now for the 5 times. 5s are easy because you know that the number will always be 5 or 0 at the end. Also, it's pretty easy to skip count by 5s to get to the number pretty quickly. So here we go. 5 times 1 is 5. 5 times 2 is 10. 5 times 3 is 15. 5 times 4 is 20. 5 times 5 is 25. 5 times 6 is 30. 5 times 7 is 35. 5 times 8 is 40. 5 times 9 is 45. 5 times 10 is 50. 5 times 11 is 55. 5 times 12 is 60. Here we are at number 6's. 6 times 1 is 6. 6 times 2 is 12. 6 times 3 is 18. 6 times 4 is 24. 6 times 5 is 30. 6 times 6 is 36. 6 times 7 is 42. 6 times 8 is 48. 6 times 9 is 54. 6 times 10 is 60. 6 times 11 is 66. And 6 times 12 is 72. Now we're at the number 7s. And unfortunately, there's not an easy trick. Just working to memorize these is the best way to go. See if you can say the answers each time I read through the equations. 7 times 1 is 7. 7 times 2 is 14. 7 times 3 is 21. 7 times 4 is 28. 7 times 5 is 35. 7 times 6 is 42. 7 times 7 is 49. 7 times 8 is 56. 7 times 9 is 63. 7 times 10 is 70. 7 times 11 is 77. And 7 times 12 is 84. There's also not a trick with the number 8s, but You're already halfway through. You're well past halfway through. And because multiplication is the same forward as it is backwards, that means 3 times 8, which you already know, is the same as 8 times 3. So you already know more than half of your 8 times. But go ahead and say them along with me just for a review. 8 times 1 is 8. 8 times 2 is 16. 8 times 3 is 24. 8 times 4 is 32. 8 times 5 is 40. 8 times 6 is 48. 8 times 7 is 56. 8 times 8 is 64. 8 times 9 is 72. 8 times 10 is 40. 8 times 11 is 88. And 8 times 12 is 96. Now for our number 9s. Number 9s have an easy cheat if you use all of your fingers. Now I can't do that here on this audio file, but you can do it when you're practicing out loud during the day. 9 times 1 is 9. 9 times 2 is 18. 9 times 3 is 27. 9 times 4 is 36. 9 times 5 is 45. 9 times 6 is 54. 9 times 7 is 63. 9 times 8 is 72. 9 times 9 is 81. 9 times 10 is 90. 9 times 11 is 99. And 9 times 12 is 108. Now for the times 10. And you probably know the trick already on this one. If it's a single digit, or any digit, any number actually, just add a 0 if it's times 10. So 10 times 1 is 10. 10 times 2 is 20. 10 times 3 is 30. 10 times 4 is 40. 10 times 5 is 50. 10 times 6 is 60. 10 times 7 is 70. 10 times 8 is 80. 10 times 9 is 90. 10 times 10 is 100. 10 times 11 is 110. And 10 times 12 is 120. Now for the 11 times. And again, with the single digit numbers times 11, it's just that number twice in a row. So 11 times 1 is 11. 11 times 2 is 22. 11 times 3 is 33. 11 times 4 is 44. 11 times 5 is 55. 11 times 6 is 66. 11 times 7 is 77. 11 times 8 is 88. 11 times 9 is 99. 11 times 10 is 110. 11 times 11 is 121. And 11 times 12 is 132. And an even dozen for our last number, number 12. 12 times 1 is 12. 12 times 2 is 24. 12 times 3 is 36. 12 times 4 is 48. 12 times 5 is 60. 12 times 6 is 72. 12 times 7 is 84. 12 times 8 is 96. 12 times 9 is 108. 12 times 10 is 120. 12 times 11 is 132. And 12 times 12 is 144. Good job. See how many you can get right when you just go through it on your own.